After making Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese said something that broke our hearts. Condensing, something to the effect of that for the first time he felt like he understood the purpose of making film, and lamented how he wished at 80 he just had more time now. Of course, my instinct was outrage, before choked up, that a cultural giant who's given us all so much could speak of himself this way. But then you take 2 breaths and realize Killers of the Flower Moon feels like he finally took off the gloves, beating the shit out of American manicured myth at large, joining a growing cry on the street, in the cinema, for long deferred and obscured truth and justice, at least by Hollywood standards. Now though at 83, Martin Scorsese has either failed or refused to take that medicine. His choice to partner with an AI company has massively tarnished his legacy, not just because of who he is and what he once represented, and not just for what he learned more films should be, but the hypocrisy shortly after this medicine is especially ironic. Killers of the Flower Moon is the true story of American white supremacy parasitizing off indigenous people, extracting their trust, exploiting their dehumanization, and killing them for what was legally theirs. A parallel so on the nose, it should never escape a filmmaker so good. Like AI's systematic extraction of the work of others, whether artists, precious dwindling aquifers by, say, water protectors like indigenous Americans, or African miners. All with that industry's characteristic wolf in sheep's clothing smile, promising to change the system for all, top to bottom, except we're all getting fleeced for the top. Needless to say, paralleling American genocidal efforts against the indigenous people of Turtle Island to the destructive extractivist nature of AI is not done here lightly. Both accounts are coming due and deadly. And then zooming out from the narrative basis of Killers of the Flower Moon itself as condemning, Scorsese magically forgets how good he said it felt, insisting on the rightful inclusion of the Osage people in its production decisions. How enriching it was to collaboratively source research with living humans, linked to the history and culture on their terms. Whereas now, in a perverse reversal, he seems happy to make a killing shilling for automation, instead excising living humans from the production process, sourcing insight from machines gorged stupid off uncompensated dead and living artists. Which links back to probably the most glaring hypocrisy for its virality. Of course, Scorsese once rightly dressed down the Marvel movies for